This white lady on the plane was like, how's the crime? I said, where you from? She said, I'm from Chicago. I said, ma'am, don't bring your crime to SA. What are you talking about? Like, I said, I don't know how the crime is for white folk.
Right.
I'm black. I'm actually safe.
I've kept the promise. Primary, you can go to.
Brought to you by Mom Well Care Kit. Wrestling one mommy at a time. You should get yours today.
Hey guys, welcome back over here. We over here Live Well. We're a special episode. I'm with someone that you guys are really going to dig. Somebody you guys are really going to vibe with. Somebody that you guys have seen. I mean, he might look like your uncle. He might look like your cousin. But either way, he's that guy you know. Welcome to my man, comedian Griff, brother.
What up, baby?
What's up, brother?
Thank you for having me,
man. Yo, man, it's a
man.
pleasure you being here, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very excited to be here. Love the situation, but I just love Americans in SA, so
Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah, now I'm hearing a lot of great things. I want people to know you're the host of Get Up Morning with Erica Campbell, okay? You guys do that as a syndicated show. You guys do.
Yeah, we on in the morning, 6 to 10.
Okay.
She broadcasts from Cali. I broadcast from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
We just celebrated, we're coming up on 9 years, May
9
10th.
years.
But what was really cool is last October, we won the Marconi Award.
Mhm.
Mr. Marconi invented radio.
I was going to say, explain to everybody what the Marconi
Mr.
Award
Marconi
is.
is the man who invented radio. So the Marconis is like radio people's Oscars.
Mhm.
And it was the first time a woman won and an inspirational station won. So we're just blessed. Man.
That's what's up. What's up? We got to give everybody in the studio, give a clap for that. You understand? As he's doing that. The big things. Okay.
Right.
I got you, Griff. I got you. So now you out here in SA, you understand me? You doing big things and everything. We hearing about it. I wake up in the morning, I hear that, yo, man, this guy Griff coming to town. He's on the plane now. He gonna perform. He about to get on stage. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get him in the studio.
Yeah.
I gotta get him in the studio. Yo, just tell me a little about your past. How did it come about? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cats ain't been out to SA. They ain't really seen it like that the way you seen it. But how many times you been out here now?
Actually, this time will be my 39th time in the last 16 years. I first
39.
came in April of 2009. No, actually, the first time I came was in January 2001 with Frank Ski from Atlanta. We brought about 240 Americans from Atlanta. We stayed for a week. We went to Cape Town first.
Yeah.
And then we did Johannesburg, Sun City, Durban.
Right.
That was my first time. But then when I came back later to work, it was in 09.
Exactly. Nah, that's 39 times, man.
I'm a fan, dog. I love it. It's the Ubuntu here is just something special. It's hard to explain to Americans, but also the facade that America gave us as African Americans. They never showed us a picture of a husband and a wife and a daughter and a son having a braai at a park.
Nah, bro, we had broken family stuff.
Well, we ain't even had broken families. I always saw flies in the eyes and bones in the nose.
Yeah, all that.
Inflated stomachs.
Oh, no, we said, was it the Sally Struthers or something, remember?
Sally Struthers, going
5, 6 a day.
That's what people don't know.
Can't help them.
Yeah.
Yo, what was that about, bro?
And you know what the cold part is when if I say Fred Flintstone to you, in your head, you just saw the dude with the blue tie, the orange shirt, the spots on it.
All day.
But when you tell an American Africa, flies in the eyes, I mean, nobody think, oh, beautiful hotels. Oh,
nah, man. No one think of
that. And I just hate. I guess I've been so mad at America since I found out the truth, but I lived in Germany when I was 18. I was in the military, so I was able to, you
saw the world. You got to see things early at an early age.
You couldn't tell me nothing when I came back to the States. Like, I heard not true. I've been there.
But you're right, though. Cats from the hood ain't never seen nothing like this.
No.
And we only see what we see on TV. And then we went to the internet and we see what we see on the internet. And it ain't nothing about what's really here. Because when I got here to South Africa, yo, I told my wife, it lied to me.
And you traveled.
I was lied to.
So
I traveled.
Yeah, you a traveler.
Things.
So
yeah, I'm a traveler by nature.
Yeah.
But man, South Africa in itself, in its entirety, they lied. to African Americans.
Right.
And I be telling, when I go back to the state, I'm like, no, bro, it's not flies, or they so skinny, or they don't have money. They got money. They got swag.
Number one, tell them that.
Real talk.
You was telling us it's people in Africa that's hungry, but why you ain't tell me my money was long? Why you ain't tell me $100 was almost $2,000 of their money somewhere? Why you left that part out?
Right.
Conveniently.
Exactly.
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
And totally got us living in our little box on our block, or fighting for blocks, or gangbanging, or doing whatever when we get caught up. I mean, things happen. I mean, everything is its own planet, right? But man, when I got to South Africa, I said, I gotta stay, man. I gotta get some of this love. I gotta get the food. The food was crazy out here.
The food is, and you know, it's nothing like a shits and yama in Soweto on a Sunday, dog. Like, I promise you, man.
Right.
I'm a fan. Again, I'm a fan.
No, I ain't mad. My studio guys, they got me a Coda sandwich. It was a big old sandwich. I mean, it got sausage.
Huge.
It got everything. It got everything.
It's what we would have called a Dagwood.
A Dagwood, like a Dagwood sandwich in the States. Yeah.
And
I think that thing cost me like $1. I don't know, $2. I was like, I gotta feed 3 people off this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's another way of living, and I want more people could see what's happening in South Africa. So I'm just glad that you coming out like 39 times, doing these interviews, speaking on it, and letting people see that, it's possible.
Well, I think the error that America does to us as African Americans is they should, if you don't teach a kindergartner, a black kindergartner about Africa, then you lying to us already. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I remember being a 5th grader and a white boy was like, "Oh, look at Africa! They got a country called nigger." And
I did that too. I remember
the
that.
Teacher laughed, and I was like, I'm sure it's not pronounced that way. Like, no matter what y'all talk about, keying and just feel like if I would have saw a 16-year-old Zulu girl when I was 16, I'd have been like, I want to go to Africa.
Right.
They got,
right,
like,
of course.
If a 16-year-old closer, a 16-year-old petty, like if I'd have saw a girl my age and like, yo, she look like a girl from here. Like I would have wanted to. So I just think exposure is important. But the way America is right now, the new regime,
the agenda is real, right?
The agenda is beyond real. And for Trump to stop the funding for the HIV and the ARV test,
the stuff they did in SA was crazy.
That's nothing.
That was nothing
to what he's stopping HBCU money and
he's doing all kinds of stuff in the States.
So
and he's coming after Africa in his own little way too. I mean,
well, it's funny because Elon Musk pled to him that the white people, the Afrikaners, they getting their land taken back from.
Yeah, he did play that game. You did that
they
quick.
Need to come to America as refugees. The Afrikaners was about that life till they found out they couldn't bring their maid and they gardener. Then I was like, no.
And that costs more.
It's like, no, we'll just.
So we have to wash our own clothes in America?
And then they found out
you gotta wash your own clothes.
Trailer park people, and they was like, oh, yeah, we can't go back to the East Ramp.
No.
They ain't doing that no more.
No, they wasn't having it. No, they want to stay. They want to fight for their land
Change
and everything.
their mind.
Yeah.
Real quick.
We
can't change our mind in America, so we just we press on, dog.
We press on, we do what we got. We're survivors. I always say black people, being the fact that we went through slavery and we still there and we're the only people that's been through that type of atrocity and still in the trauma center of where it happened.
Right.
At the end of the day, I look at it, we are prisoners of war. You understand? We went through battle. We went through what we went through. I think we're strong people. We're beautiful people and everything. We're the most forgiving people.
Man,
we forgive like in ways we should not be.
You shot me in the back. It's fine.
All right.
It's just the back.
It's just the back. I'll be fine.
I got a whole other side.
I can still walk. I can still walk.
Forgiving, dog.
Man, it's like, what's going on with us? Yeah. I mean, when is enough at the end of the day? And it's funny. It's like a changing of the guards, I think, a little bit, a way the world is moving right now. You know what I'm saying? And we all got to find our place in this shifting of tectonic plates of what's happening.
Come on, tectonic plates.
You feel me?
Come on, bring it back.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on you, brother. But all I'm saying is we need to go ahead and watch the shape shifting that's going on. Yeah. Watch how things are moving out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a crazy game. But you, bro, Griff, bro. Now, I know you out here, you doing your thing, you performing at the Laugh Africa and all that.
Yeah.
You know, but even before Laugh Africa, what made you want to make people laugh, though? What made you say, I got the funnies?
You know what's funny is my mother had me when she was 15, and she worked at convalescent homes when I was 3.
What?
And she would organize the elders in half a circle and would tell me go in there and say whatever. So for like 3-4 years, I was on like a geriatric tour.
So you were making senile people laugh? Is that what you're saying?
I was giving them months. I was adding months to they
about to
die lives. Yes. And they looked at me and they gave me attention, and I would tell my mom, hey, Mom, I did this astronaut joke, and she was like, well, you telling astronaut jokes, I'm changing pissy sheets. So
right.
She was my hardest. My mother was a heckler.
Well, basically, your first room was a bunch of elderly people.
Yeah, and then I went to 21 different schools in California growing up because my dad been married 5 times, my mother been married 9 times.
Okay.
And I went to a lot of, and I kept doing the same thing. At all the schools, I would befriend the bully.
You befriend the bully?
Yeah, so
like
whoever had funk was like the gooch.
Like the gooch. For those who don't know, different strokes, go back in your timeline. You know.
And the gooch is a girl.
The gooch.
Remember, the gooch was a girl.
Yes.
Remember they finally, the gooch was a girl.
The gooch was finally a girl when it was revealed.
That's a whole American thing.
Yeah.
Never tell nobody the gooch is a girl until you find out who the gooch is. Google
is the gooch a girl, or go on YouTube and you'll see that episode, Different Strokes. I got you.
Yeah. But I learned quick that, comedy, when you see the drama mask, there's a happy one and a sad one, but it's comedy and tragedy. But my tragedy is everybody else's comedy. So I've really been blessed in a weird way. If you say, in the Bible, Proverbs 17:22 say, laughter is good for your soul like a medicine. But it's nowhere else in the whole Bible that say something is good for your soul. Jesus is just implied. You know what I mean? So I feel like God literally picks comedians and he picks people to take this mantle and make human beings laugh so I pretty much gotta have a bad day so I can
help other people feel
how to have a good day through their bad day.
So after a set, now like you said, the substance, the ingredients, have a bad day, give people a good day. After you give people a good day, you see the crowd and they get excited, like, oh, we want more. What does that make you feel? What does that give you at the end of the day?
It's a weird business, dog. Like comedians is weirdos, dog. Like
I know that.
Random people to make us feel a way, but I'm so the same way. I do radio too, so I get to practice on Erica in the morning, and I'm always working it out.
Figuring out.
Radio taught me in short time that I got to be funny in short time.
Okay.
And then I get to go longer on stage. I get to take, so it's taught my timing. I really think people think we blessed with being funny, but really my gift is timing.
Okay.
Like I'm always.
It's how you tell the story is what you're saying.
No. Okay. It's just like my life. Like I'm always on the plane next to the dude who missed his flight.
I see. Okay.
He is the dude who owned Warner Brothers and looking for a person to, like my whole, it's not just, my timing is off stage as well. That's right. I mean, I met you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think when you're supposed to meet people, I'm certain, when you're supposed to meet people and work with good people, they're going to come to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like,
That's
you don't have to find and be all searching and working.
No, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Absolutely.
Things just click. You feel me? And then some things just don't click. And you're like, okay, that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Can't be mad at that.
Nah, you can't. You can't. It's just it's how life works. We're not for everybody. We for who. I think at the end of life, at the end of the day, the Most High gives you who you need, when it's needed. You understand? I don't think at the end of the day, the people are just there in your life just to be there in your life. There's purpose and there's tools and there's reasons. You just got to have the wisdom to know how those things are supposed to be.
You got to have the wisdom, and you got to, so in South Africa, coming here, so this will be my 4th time. I was the first American to tape Comedy Central Africa in 2013. So
okay.
They know me because, the Swana people call me Tabiso. The Zulu people call me Malanlovu. The petty people call me Mashata.
Mashata.
I just got a bunch of names, but I know I'm connected. Like it's a weird connection, man. Like I tell everybody, my wife, my manager, my spirit is happy and my spirit is well in South Africa. And I did spit in a thing and send it to people and see where you're from. But really, my great grandfather is Irish, ginger, full. He married a slave when they was both slaves. And so I got more European in mine, but then they try to say West Africa, but I don't know. My spirit here, I just feel like I'm Zulu.
You know, it's funny you say, but I feel you.
But you camera people, I just feel like I'm Zulu. I got them Kele, dog. I got them Kele.
I got a big Z right here on my forehead, man. I really feel like I'm Zulu around here. And as you said something that was real key, though, that really catches me. Because I think when people come out here, they have to like, okay, you do the ancestry.com. I'm from Mali. I got some this, whatever. Usually takes you back to somewhere in Ghana, West Africa, you know. But always taking you to the trauma center. And say that's the point of no return. That's where we came in, came out. I don't think it's really sometimes about, I know in the comments y'all gonna say whatever. But sometimes I really think it's not about knowing where you're from in Africa. It's more the empowerment is knowing what tribe you're from. You feel that's a difference. You understand what I'm saying?
No, it's a huge difference because you can say, so when they called us African Americans, they left out Swana and Xhosa and Zulu and Petty and you know what I'm saying? And they left like it's a million tribes. You know what I'm saying? In South Africa, of course, Zulu is the biggest, and Zulu mixed with some of the
you got subcultures underneath. You got
so flavors. Somebody in East Africa might understand a little bit of Zulu, but it was, you know, but it's the connection. It's to know that. So, for example, in America, I say, where are you from? You say, I'm from New York. You know, what part? I'm from Brooklyn. If you ask somebody in South Africa, where you from? They say, I'm Zulu. First.
All the time.
And then they say, I'm from KZN.
Yes.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So, it just makes you go, Americans is just telling you, they city. Like, where you from? I'm from this city.
That's what we do.
But a South African would never say, I'm from Johannesburg. Would go, I'm Petty. Or, you know what I'm saying?
No, our cultures are cross messed up in America, what we say. You know, we might say we're Southern or I'm from back east or something.
We never cultural. Yeah, I'm from Cali. I live in Atlanta. Like, and then it ends. And to me, that's probably why my spirit love it here so much because there's so much more.
And
we are from a village.
Exactly.
We are from. Thank you. You know, I love when my South African homies who got mansions and everything else, they like, I'm going to the village where I'm from.
Exactly.
This week. You know what I'm saying? And then they go stay with they.
Isn't that beautiful though, man?
Oh, man.
Isn't it beautiful? How about the fact that everybody's name means something out here? I love that. Everybody's name means something. Everybody's name in the States, and I want everybody at home and hear this back in the States, just so you know. You don't know your last name. You don't know your last name. That's not your last name. That's the last name that was given by our oppressor. Or that oppressor's family. Honestly.
It's family.
That we family. You understand? So that's a name that shows that you're always still owned. You were owned.
That's your own name.
Yeah, that's your property name. We don't know our own names. We don't know what those names were at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm Zulu. Just for anybody.
All day.
Anybody want to know I'm Zulu? I done watched Shaka Limbe a bunch of times. I'm a whole Zulu man.
He's big Zulu. He's Zulu out. He's Zulu'd out. He's Zulu'd out. I'm not mad at you, bro. I feel what you're saying. You know what I also look at out here is that, okay, in California, or let's say you're from Atlanta, well, you can't really say I'm half Californian and I'm half Atlantan.
Exactly.
You can't. I mix with. You mix with. I mix with California and Atlanta.
I mix with Detroit.
I mix with Jersey,
Chicago.
Like I have no kids with you. I have no children with your ass.
You from the D and the Shy, where they say my mother is Zulu and my father is Xhosa.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So we have to know what we should value for identity. You know, and when we introduce ourselves and who we are, and it doesn't make a big difference of how we grow and how we get through stuff.
They're humble people, man. I love the humble, but to me, South Africa laughs so hard because the tragedy that they've been through.
Been through a lot of tragedy.
And to me, South Africans and Germans should they got the best spirits because they done been through the worst.
They didn't seen it.
So they just want to be happy and laugh. The South Africans, when they love you, they love you. And when they don't, like if you say, hey, welcome Africa, they like, oh, you don't even know where he is.
Yeah, exactly. And they are very emotional and they're in their feelings. And they should be. And that's what I said.
We're not all of Africa. Like you cannot.
Thank you.
America was taught.
We were taught wrong. Say it right. You said it, Griff.
And you know we were so taught wrong in grade 5 or 5th grade. The teacher pulls the map down and she says, this semester we're going to learn 50 states and the 50 capital. And we all go, I don't even know where I live now. And we hate it. And then they move on. But on that same day, they left out Canada and Mexico.
Like it don't even exist. Like it don't even exist.
North America. Like we in North America. And we don't know 2/3 of
brainwashing.
Dog.
They brainwashing the geography of the
But how
land.
easy would it have been that day in grade 5 to say, oh, Canada called their states provinces. So they in the province of California, or the province of Maryland, or the province, and Mexico got 44 states. Mexico City is the second biggest city in the whole world.
Right.
And it's in our country. Like they left. So how we going to learn about Africa when we don't even know about us?
That's real talk, man. I feel exactly what you're saying in that sense. That they always did that to us in school. I even remember in school, I think this might be the same for you, Griff. Ask me. I remember the only people I learned was King. I never learned about Malcolm in school. I learned about Martin Luther King, and I learned about Martin Luther King.
Yeah, we had. I tell everybody, it's a book.
That's what I learned about.
We had 2 pages, and maybe a paragraph and a half of Malcolm X, but Martin Luther King. And I hated history. I was like, I don't believe we ain't do nothing but pick cotton.
And that's what they told us.
And then to find out now that we made the traffic light and we made the mailbox and we made the elevators and the escalators.
Helicopters.
You left all that out.
Left all that out what we could. Stole our invention.
But we made peanut oil. That's what I was mad about all the time.
Oh, that was George Washington Carver, right?
The thing we made it was peanut oil.
Peanut oil. No, 300 ways to use peanuts.
I know.
300 ways.
I don't even like peanuts like that.
Niggas gotta know about peanuts.
What about the traffic light? Like that's
right. What was Latimer? Was did on medicine? I mean, There's so many
it's
things.
Sad that we just now, even Juneteenth. Finding out about Juneteenth, and for the people that's watching, in the I believe 1869. I'm gonna say between 65 and 69. This man went to Texas and told the slave owners, we taking the slaves. And when they was like, you ain't taking nothing, he had 10,000 soldiers with him, and they was like, oh, I guess you are. And they went neighbor to neighbor to neighbor with the soldiers and took all this. So now, just learn about that. Like, I ain't really even celebrated 4th of July in the last 4 years.
Man,
I'm on my Juneteenth, and then I'm cool.
No. That's brutality, man. That's brutality. Listen, at the end of the day, we do have we're loving people. We do have some mental health issues because of stuff we done been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is unfair. And we still got to keep working in this world, even in 2025, and still stay on par and keep our sanity.
Right.
That's a lot having the past that we have with the present we dealing with the future we got to go. Right. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot to put on a black man's back, a black woman's back at the end of the day. That's why people like you that do comedy and people that you are so important, not just in America, like what you realize. And you went with Comedy Central, you say you came out here and did the first thing, Comedy Central Africa. They need that. A lot of people don't understand that the struggles that the South Africans have been through apartheid, you know what I'm saying, through colonialization, and gentrification at the same time.
But then they told us about apartheid kind of, but then they left out Mkhonto Mc's way, which is the spirit of nation.
Absolutely.
And how they trained to take the nation back. And like, you know what I'm saying? So I come over here and my spirit can rest. It makes me blacker.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
when
you very
I go
black.
home, I'm cool on white folk. You know what I'm saying? I just live a place where my people unite.
You know what I always say? I say, and the same thing you're saying, I say when I'm here, it puts me in alignment with frequency. I feel I'm in the right
always
frequency.
say that.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm in alignment with my people and I could vibe and I could see them and I could see into, like, even looking at you, I could see into your soul. I could see through your eyes. I could see you. You could see me. I do feel safer. I don't deal with police. I don't have no danger.
They always
danger
ask
with
me
police.
about the crime. This white lady on the plane was like, how's the crime? I said, where are you from? She said, I'm from Chicago. I said, ma'am, don't bring your crime to SA. What are you talking about? Like, I said, I don't know how the crime is for white folk.
Right.
I'm black. I'm actually safe in Africa.
Right, I'm safe in Africa. I'm
the
good.
whole continent.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I don't know what they might want of yours.
Right. Real.
Normally,
right.
from me, they just want to ask me where I'm from and have I ever tried or do you want to see?
Exactly.
I got a friend that's, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
exactly.
It's so much love. This how it's supposed to be, man.
It's how it's supposed to be.
We were so separated in America. Like,
totally.
To states, Chicago and LA and New York and Detroit and Milwaukee.
From ghetto to ghetto. Our village was a ghetto.
All ghettos is the same.
All ghettos
Every
are the
single ghetto.
Poverty stricken. We go through the same emotions.
A bunch of churches, a bunch of
liquor stores.
It's a candy lady.
You
know what I'm saying?
All the same things on the corner. It don't change.
And they made it work. Here you got Soweto that's almost all the hoods in America put together, and they fine.
They chilling. They got no problem. They got black unity. They got love for each other.
It's the Ubuntu to me.
It's the Ubuntu. And I think even in the States, and I say this to brothers that ain't never been out here before, that like to clap back or say anything about Africa or don't understand it. You got to be here to experience it. You can't speak on Africa if you've never lived it, because Ubuntu, which is that togetherness, which is that closeness, which is that connection that we all look for at the end of the day, it's a big deal. It's a big deal at the end of the day.
Deal, though.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, I'm just so glad you came out, brother. I would love to have you come back. I know you're doing big things and everything.
Yeah.
But, you are a blessing. I met your manager, Roz. A shout out to Roz out there.
Let me tell you something.
She's doing the damn thing. I saw the hairstyle. I saw the glasses. I saw the whole thing.
She's so Jersey.
She's so Jersey.
She's so
Newark. So 201 area code. She's so Jersey.
973.
She's so naughty by nature. She's so Jersey. Shout out to Roz out there. We love you, girl. Yo, Griff. Pleasure, bro, man. Yo, studio, give it up.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, brother. Now, thank you so much. Keep it locked. We right here. You know what we going to do. We right here. Cool.
Good.